Hello and welcome to the presentation and demo of our new feature for using friendly URLs with locales in it. It's a new feature that we shipped as part of 1.9.3, a container update that will also be part of the upcoming CF20. My name is Thomas Hurek. I'm part of the engineering team of DX, and I've been working on various DX technologies in the development team since the year 2002. Let's get started. What is it all about? You can see the URL here for our knowledge center that will describe on how you can enable this and what it is about. So what we allow you to do is enable these friendly locale URLs and set a list of languages that you want. For instance, in this case here, DE for German, EN for English, and ES for Spanish. And of course, you can disable that as well. Now let's take a look at that. Of course, you can also use regionalization. So let's say you want to use PTBR for Brazilian Portuguese. You can also manage that as well. So you can either have just DE itself or also a combination of a locale and a regionalization as well. So for that, we'll switch over here to 9.5 system that has this enabled, and I have also enabled friendly URLs. Overall, AFU, that's not a requirement, but I wanted to point it out to make the URLs even more friendly. And what we have here, we are currently in English, as you can see, and we're showing Woodburn or out-of-the-box demo page. And I'm going to add into the URL pattern now a language. And you can see what happens afterwards is that, for instance, I added ES for Spanish here. And in that case, we see that the toolbar will show the according language as we go here. And now any of the links that I could go to, let's say, in this case, I could switch to a products page. You can see that ES is always kept within the URL as well. And if you're using MLS, like the multilingual feature from WCM, it will also display if there is any translated content here as well. So I can log out too, and if I'm using the administration UI as well, you can see that all of these things, of course, are translated, and I can keep on switching back and forth. I can also use the edit mode if I switch back to Woodburn here, and all of the functionality is actually available in the according language. Of course, once I switch the edit mode on, the URLs are no longer friendly, but we can see that we keep everything in Spanish. So we'll leave the edit mode again and jump back here. Also, if I use search or any of the other functionalities, the according language is going to be displayed. So if I switch here to another language, let's say French, what will happen is that the friendly locale is being replaced. And the reason why it's being displaced is because French was not in the list of languages that we have enabled for friendly capability. But you can see that we are not using ES anymore. Instead, we have now a stateful URL with French in it. But if we switch back, and this little language switcher also allows us to switch back and forth, you see that ES is part of the URL again. And if I jump to any of the pages, we can see that the friendly URLs still are part of the system. So this, of course, also works in virtual portal. So if I switch here to the administration UI and we'll take a look at the available virtual portals, you can see we have a demo virtual portal here. So if you're wondering how does that work with the URLs, you can see that if I, for instance, add after the virtual portal, let's say DE for German, you can see that now the URLs contain DE and all of them on the system are being displayed with the according language. That's pretty much all I was going to show here. If you have any questions, check out the Info Center or feel free to also send me an email at thomas.hurek@hcl.com. Thank you for your attention.